What's up and welcome back. Today we will be documenting the trades from June 18, June 20, and June 21. I didn't do any trades on June 19. That was the Juneteenth. So that was a holiday. I just decided not to do any trades, but we will see how the market moved on that day. There wasn't a lot of action, but then on Tuesday, this week I ended up losing overall. I lost 6%, I believe, but I basically started the week here. Now we're here. So we're not back from last week, but we're still kind of holding up. Like we're not past last week's level and we're still kind of still holding up. So we're looking at the 18. I actually had 0 trades. This is saying on the 19 I had a $29 trade, and all of these are just behind for some reason. So when we get into the trades, it will look much better. So let's start. So my last video was on the 17th. So this is actually the 18 trades, and I had a break-even trade and also a $7 loss. So let's get into them. So I had a buy trade on the 18th. And what time? 8 I entered. So the 18th. And I entered at 8. So buying was the right, but why did I get stopped out here? Let's see. I got stopped out because I moved my stop to break even. You can see my stop was basically my entry. So I entered at 38848. Hard to show here because I moved up my stop. But let's say I had my stop loss initially at 38807. 8807. So that's where I had my stop loss. If I didn't move my stop loss, I would have been able to take profits, but that would have been on Thursday. So I would have had to hold this position through and just try not to get stopped out. But it wouldn't be bad because I was risking about $20 on the trade. So looking at this, I could have had a 11 to 1 or even a 10 to 1 by risking the same amount. So I could risk 20 on this trade, probably make 200. The next trade I entered was at 11, and that was to the buy side. And I think I moved my stop closer to break even on this as well, just to save me from some losses. And that resulted in me taking this $7 loss. If I didn't get stopped out here, I probably would have gotten stopped out on these wicks on the other days. But I'm not typically holding trades for more than a day, but I'm looking into that because I'm seeing where I'm getting better on the direction. It's just holding a trade longer and setting up for just making the most profit. So this one I entered at 11.17, and then I got stopped out at 1, and that was 38837. That was a June 18 trade. So I got stopped out at 1. You can see wick down there. 4 on the 3 p.m. candle, you could have gotten wicked out as well. But looking at it overall, if I had just say move my stop to below that previous level, right? Could have held this trade for a clean 9 to 1 or even 7 to 1. That wouldn't be bad either, just looking at it now. But I actually just took a loss of 7. So if I had a better entry, I could have definitely had a tighter stop loss and still capitalize on this move. On June 20 now, I entered a buy side trade. I decided to just try my strategy on gold, right? As I'm seeing where my strategy might work on multiple instruments. So I entered this one on June 20, buy side. at 11 a.m. So that was actually here. So I entered on that little rebound there. So I entered at 2,355, and that's what I'm kind of aiming to pinpoint, that nice rebound or the beginning of the trend. So I actually close this at 2. Let's see. I close it at 260. My stop loss was at 2,355. Actually move my stop loss to break even on this as well. And when did I close it? I closed it on the 2 p.m. So that was actually right here. So there was nice movement for me to capitalize on, but I took my profits there, right? I could have maybe gotten stopped out at 3 a.m. here, but otherwise could have been a nice clean trade. Let's see, where did I have my initial stop loss? My initial stop loss would have been somewhere like here, 2,351. So this is a 3 to 1. Okay. And then today, I actually had 3 losing trades. I had 2 on the Dow Jones and 1 on gold. And then that's when I just decided to stop. Since we're on gold, let's look at this gold trade. So I entered at 9 a.m., got stopped out at 9:22. What was that? A buy. 9 a.m. And I was in this violent sell-off. So it just painful, because when I actually looked at the chart, I was surprised. I didn't expect price to move like that. But I was just on the wrong side of the trade, to be honest. So I entered at 2,361. What's going on here? 2,375. Go ahead. 2,361. And then I had my stop loss at 2,358. You can see my stop loss got hit there. 2,358. Obviously, it got hit there. Even if I made it bigger, I would have gotten it hit. Honestly, this would have been a nice sell. Look at that clean sell. Let's flip it. Do something like that. What's this? 4 to 1. Well, you still would have had to risk a bit. Say you went for this, a better risk to reward. And this is a bit more realistic, a 6 to 1. Not bad. Going back to my US30 trade and SMCI, wait until you see the watch list. SMCI and AMD have went crazy since we've documented. But the Dow Jones, I entered a sell at 8:30. So at 8:30, where's 8 now? And today was very wicky. I didn't like it. You can see the market basically did nothing much today. So at 39152, and then short. So yeah. So my stop loss was at 39212. So I entered here looking for a sell, got stopped out. You can see the market did nothing today. It didn't do anything nice like this. It was just very range bound. Let's even put it in a box. It probably looks shitty on like the daily. It looks like just a wick. See, it just looked like the OG is just a big wick. Very interestingly, after some of these wicks is when you get some moves, like some shit like this. Some shit like this, you get a gap down or something. Very interesting. Something like this, you get a move. And these are daily candles. Let's get back to it. So the final trade I made today was a sell at 9:58, and after that I was like, yep, I need to stop. This isn't worth it. So I entered at 9. Let me guess where 9 is. I think here. Okay, yep, 9. And then I entered at 39254. Then I got stopped out at 39290. Entered here for a short again. Got stopped out on the next candle. You can see that wick here. Overall, it could have played out, but just that wick is what took me out. $14 loss. Now let's get into the watch list. So the watch list, I'm even going to start it this way now. Let's start it with TLT. I think they had a sell-off. So TLT had, we have a few days to document here. So let's document. Yeah, let's document up. This is a bunch. I'll have to update these off of camera to not waste your time. So I'm gonna do today's and then do the rest off camera. So I did, this is today, so June 21st. TLT is at 93.96. So barely lower than we were a few days ago. Eli Lilly now, which is the Alzheimer's drug company. They're at 883, so not far off from where they were on Monday. The next one is ASML. They're a little lower at 1036. This looks like a little good buying opportunity, honestly. Similar to this. I wouldn't expect a gap, but anything can happen still. This is SMCI. I think we're above 1,000 right now, which is gnarly. Not yet, but we're at 905. You can see it topped above 1,000 though, so it's almost guaranteed that we're gonna see that. AMD has been going up, well, a little bit at 161. You can see it touched above 174 though, so that was actually, no, this is the daily. So it actually went a little higher yesterday, but not really. But this was in May. This one now is NVIDIA. I think we're above 140. No, well, it touched above 140, but we're at 126 now. This would mean NVIDIA was actually at 1400 since it went to 140, which is nuts. Bitfarms maybe above 4. Bitfarms at 2.94. Nothing really. A lot of buying, but we're basically back to where we were last week. IMMR, this is the company that owns a lot of the patents for VR and AR. And you can see ever since tapping that level, we're yet to retest it. We might retest soon. But we're at 10.28. This one is now Tesla. Tesla is at 183. It's actually a little higher, but not above where it was on Monday. And it even went up to like 188 this week. And Bitcoin now, I think Bitcoin is having a little sell off. We're at 64,000. We've been holding this lower level, but this could definitely be a level where people start to purchase their Bitcoin before it rallies. If interest rates cut, I definitely believe that the market is going to go crazy, including all of these leading stocks like NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. It almost always happens. So, write a narrative here. What would I write for the narrative overall? I would say all stocks went higher during the week on down into Thursday. That's really what I'm seeing. Everything just kind of calmed down on Thursday, right? But that's it for today's video. Hope you're studying. I'll see you in the next one.